Hello friends, welcome to another episode of
Goldilocks
and the Silver Fox,
aka Joanne
and Carl.
So glad that you are joining us today. So you guys might have noticed in a few of our episodes I've opened with a taste tester, or was that only one? Was that the
Probably
Reese's
only
white
one.
chocolate? Oh, sorry, only one. But whatever. We're gonna It was a PSA that I did that white chocolate is good.
Okay.
Did you remember?
I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, so.
Anyway, I don't really like white chocolate, but I tried the Reese's white chocolate, and it was good. So that was my PSA. So today we're going to try this. I was dying to try this. So I learned that Reese's Potato Chip, it's a Reese's cup, but it has potato chips in it. And it's a Reese's Big Cup. So when I saw that that was out, I wanted to try it. Because you know the sweet and salty thing. That might sound disgusting to some of you,
Yeah.
But we're going to give it a try. Does it sound disgusting to you?
It doesn't sound like a good match. But
It doesn't sound like a good match to Carl. Well, it sounds like a good match to me. Well, because I love Reese's. They'd have to do something really bad for me to not like it, I think.
Do you remember the early Reese's commercials? And they'd have two guys walk in and be like, "You got peanut butter in my chocolate. You got chocolate in my peanut
that's
butter."
so long ago. Yeah, I do remember that. That's so funny. As mentioned, these are the big cups. Here they are. You can see they're a little deeper than the normal ones.
Those that are watching the video can see it, but the people listening to the podcast can't.
I'm describing it for them.
Okay.
So the
We'll do a better
listeners,
job
our
because they can't see
podcast
it.
listeners, it's almost an inch thick, I would say. It might even be an inch thick, just so you know. All right, we're going to give this a try, and we're going to let you know what we think. Excuse our chewing on camera. Got a little melty, didn't it? Oh, okay.
It truly tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup with a potato chip shoved in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they keep it crunchy, but it's interesting.
Yeah, so my analysis is that it's got the crunch of the potato chip, but I don't know if I taste the potato chip.
No,
I really taste the peanut butter and the chocolate. What about you?
it just tastes like a big fat Reese's
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of crunch in it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't turn it away.
I would say there might be, he wouldn't. I might say that there might be a little bit more of a salty flavor. I pick up a little bit more of a salty flavor.
Yeah, I think it's more like a Himalayan salt. Yeah.
Like
as
you
opposed
would know.
as opposed to a sea salt. Yeah, it's slightly different. So, yeah, Himalayan salt flavor.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Um.
Well, guys, I'm
know.
glad I tried it. I wouldn't throw this to the dogs. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I would not hesitate to eat that again. That was quite good. And so moving on.
Actually, I just want to say thank you for listening.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys listening and
Yes.
tuning in. Please, if you like it, please share with your friends and help us get the word out that we're doing this podcast. And
We really want to grow this podcast.
yeah, and we just want to have fun and
Yeah.
bring as many people along with us as we can.
Mm-hmm. And bring some laughter into your lives.
Yeah, forget all the serious crap going on in the world.
Right,
Let's just
too
laugh
much of
and
it.
have fun.
Yep, absolutely.
So with that,
All right, with that, we have some information for you. We went to the eye doctor.
yeah,
Yeah, so, you know, we both think we're young,
yeah.
but the eye doctor apparently feels that we're not, and we both have cataracts.
Beginnings cataracts.
Beginning stages.
And then I told him I don't drive a cataract.
Wow. That's incredible.
He didn't understand that joke either, so you know. But anyways,
That was,
beginning stages
Very
of that. I didn't know we were going to share all this personal information.
well, it's part of life.
but yeah, and it's been a while for me, and I've been purposely trying not to have to get glasses.
He's been in denial.
Yeah, I've been in denial for a long time. And I've had to have readers because it's sad. I go to a restaurant, I can't read the damn menu.
No.
So it was a clue that we needed glasses.
I don't need readers, by the way.
Oh, for
Yet.
God's sakes, it's a competition. with
It
our
is,
eyes?
absolutely.
Everything's a competition with us, apparently. But actually, our prescriptions are very, very similar for what we needed when we both got checked, right?
I don't think our prescriptions are similar because, like, when you put on my prescription,
Oh yeah, your blind is a bat.
Like, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, okay,
That was so aggressive.
Not an actual bat.
Oh, that makes it so much better. Wow, I'm not blind.
So, no.
I'm just fuzzy-eyed.
No, she just drives the car with her eyes closed at night. Anyways, that's a whole other story.
How did cars come into it?
They always come into it. So, we're all over the map, sorry.
Yeah.
So we went to the eye doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and we got our prescription.
Great doctor, by the way.
Really nice guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, our day-to-day things, we always find humor.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what we do, we'll find something humorous.
We do.
in what
We do, yeah.
So, I have never met this eye doctor, Joanne.
I had never met him before. I had gone to the practice, and then the original doctor retired, and this one took over. So I had never met him
Oh, okay.
before.
So we both met him for the first time.
Right.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Super personal guy.
And really good doctor.
Very good
Yes.
doctor.
Very thorough, very good.
And so, to describe his demeanor, very in shape, skinny,
Mhm.
and I would almost kind of say built like a swimmer, maybe a little
very
more muscular
fit.
than a
He
swimmer.
was fit.
But he wasn't a bodybuilder.
Right.
And he
Fit.
had these huge biceps that didn't match the rest of his body.
Yeah, really big.
And
Really big arms.
so, in my mind, I started calling Dr. Popeye right away. Because it just didn't match everything else.
Mm.
And it was kind of funny because I told Joanne this. There's one part where you have to look in the machine and he's literally looking like right in your face.
Yeah, it's the part when they tell you, look at my ear, and so you're looking
Yeah.
straight forward.
Yeah, so he's checking, let's say, my right eye. So he would be like, all right, stare at my left ear. So, of course, me being the way I am, I'm staring at his damn arm. I'm like, does he have...
He's looking for incisions on his arm.
Yeah, because it just didn't look normal. So I'm like, does he have implants to make his arms look big? Like, whatever. So I'm like looking for incisions. And I was very distracted.
Yeah, this
I was
was
very
pretty funny.
distracted by
Yeah.
this guy's arms. But,
Yeah.
you know, we hit it off. He's a car guy. I'm a car guy. We talked about that. Like I said, very, very nice
Oh,
guy.
yeah. Yeah, great doctor.
I just... I was just,
It's kinda funny.
I was amazed at
Yeah.
Dr. Popeye. So,
Yeah,
you know.
it's funny.
Anyways.
So we left there. Was there anything else juicy to talk about for us? Well, Carl doesn't want to show off his glasses to you guys when he gets them. I'm going to show mine off to you because I love them. We don't have them yet. You know, it takes like a week. But I'm very excited to get my new glasses. I love them. They're pink.
Well, I'm just excited to be able to see.
Yeah.
I
I think Carl's life is going to change. He's going to actually be able to see. It'll be so nice for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I don't think he realizes what he's missing. You know?
Yeah. Well, they start clicking the thing, and you can see things so clear.
Yeah.
Everything comes into focus. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap! I didn't realize.
I remember the first time I ever got glasses, and you know, I had blurry eyesight. You know, I could see near but not far. And when I put them on, and I could see the leaves on trees, that was, for me, it was like, wow! It's not just a bunch of green. There's actual individual leaves. It was amazing.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he'll be able to see the leaves now.
Now I'm gonna be looking for leaves on trees.
So we left the eye doctor and we went to lunch. We went to a Mexican restaurant. It was good. It was good. It was a little overpriced, I think, for what you got. Right?
Yeah, it was a taco joint.
Yeah, it was good. And then we went down to the pier, which was nice. We hung out there for a little bit. And then we went to the candy shop. And sorry we can't show you our candy because we ate it all. We spent $20 on like a little bag of candy.
Yeah, we're not able. Well, I'll say me. I'm not able to walk past the candy shop. I always have to.
He's got to go in, yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
See what they got. See if they got anything unique.
Yeah. Yeah, so what'd you find? You found some childhood candy, like
All of my candy is pretty much childhood candy or childish candy. It's the most sugary, most childish candy you can find is what I'm drawn to for some reason.
the first thing he gets is the Red House. He's always looking for the Red
Always,
House.
when we travel, I'm always looking for red.
And then
House.
what was the other thing you found? You found something. I can't remember what it was.
They're like runts, the little bananas. This one they have
Oh
just the little
yeah, it
bananas
was like little
and-
bananas and
and
strawberries or
little
something.
strawberries. Just yeah. So
He likes the hard
get a little
candy.
bit of those. Like I said, it's pure sugar.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what.
So
it
then
was.
I found, you guys don't know this, but one of my favorite candies is chocolate covered gummy bears. I could care less about regular gummy bears, but throw some chocolate on them and then they are magical. and I love them, and you can't find them everywhere. So when I see them, I always get them. And I love them because each one is a surprise. You don't know what color it is under the chocolate. And then you eat it and you get the sweet with the chocolate, and it's so good, and I love it. So I got some of those, and then when we went up to the counter, they had gigantic, not pralines, but turtles. Gigantic turtles. And I got one of those, and it was good.
And,
So.
yeah, and he's been sitting on the hot rock ever since.
I don't know that turtles sit on hot rocks. Lizards sit on hot rocks.
I don't know. No, she had the candy turtle. Sorry.
Oh.
I need another cup of coffee.
He does. All right. So after that, then what else do we want to share about our week? We went somewhere.
We did to the water park.
Yeah, we went to Adventure. Okay, we went to Adventure Island, which is in Tampa, Florida. And it was fun. We hadn't been in so many years. And there was a lot of new stuff there. And I'll splice in a few pictures that I took while I was there, just so you can see a little bit of what's there. But we went on, my daughter and Nick went on this ride. I don't know the name of it, my apologies. But I'll put a picture of it in there. My daughter's like, Mom, I want you to go on this ride, but I don't want you to get motion sick, because I get motion sick really bad, which is the only reason I don't ride big rides. I'm not afraid of them. I just get motion sick, and that's what I'm afraid of. So I'm like, well, describe it to me. So she describes it to me, and she's like, but they can make it so you don't go backwards, but somebody has to go backwards. So we, of course, volunteered Carl to go backwards.
And they didn't tell me I was going backwards.
I thought we did.
No, nobody said a word about me going backwards.
Okay.
It was all a surprise.
Okay. So we get on this ride, and I said to the girl, I don't want to be the one to go backwards. And she's like, okay. So we get in, and it's this huge tube, and you can seat 2 or you can seat 4. And she pushes us, and we start going, and some of it's like covered, and some of it's open. Most of it's open. And Carl can't see where he's going, so he's starting to, not panic, but starting to be like, what the heck? So I start telling him, okay, we're going to turn right, we're going to turn left. And that's what we're doing, and we're going along, and it's really fast. And then all of a sudden, we go down a very steep hill. And I'm like, we're getting ready to go down. And we go down, and then all of a sudden, we hit the bottom. It shoots us up in the air over to this wall, like this huge wall. And I'm thinking now, I'm screaming, and I'm thinking, we're going to fly right off and go 50 feet down. And we're going to die today. We are going to die today. But you know, they figure these things out. That's what engineers are for. You go up to the tippy top of it, and then you come back down, and then the ride's basically almost over by then. It was so fun. Our backdrop might come down today.
Yeah.
Oh!
With that being said, that was Joanne's version of it. So we go on this ride. Nobody told me about this ride. Nobody told me about the intensity of it, which is fine. And specifically, nobody told me I was going backwards. And then when we got to the very top, you have to climb this thing. You know, you're exhausted by the time you get to the top. And the girl's like, oh, somebody has to sit backwards. And Joanne's pointing at me. I'm like, Jesus, I got to sit backwards to go down this thing. And, you know, everybody says I like to be in control. So part of that, I want to see where I'm going. So going backwards, it was actually terrifying.
Yeah. It's good that I wasn't the one that had to go backwards. Yeah.
And immediately we go down, and you go down. It's fairly steep just to start off, and then you start sloshing side to side, and immediately I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to the handles so tight that my hands hurt after we got
He
off.
was white knuckling it.
I was. And then Joanne finally caught on. I'm like, I can't see what the hell we're doing.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
He's in complete panic.
So she's like, okay, we're going to go to the left. We're going to go here. We're going to go right. We're going to go up. And she didn't really say the one that you went up. You go up this wall, and it felt like we hit a dead end, and then it pops you and goes in a completely different direction.
It happened so quick, I couldn't get it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, it was right after that steep go down, and it was like, whew, and by then I was just screaming. I was screaming.
And then she's
because
screaming.
I was in shock.
She's screaming, and I have no idea what's coming because she's screaming. So that's just adding to the intensity of this ride. And then we start going, and it starts to calm down a little bit, and we're side to side, back, kind of side to side, we're going down. She's like, oh, we're going down. And it's like, oh, shit. And I grabbed even harder to the things, and literally it went like straight down, backwards.
Yeah.
And
but then move her to the end, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
thank God. So it was fun, but it was very weird to go backwards down a ride. That's all I'm gonna say. Next time I'm going where I can watch where I'm going. I'm going forwards.
Yeah. It from my vantage point, it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was terrifyingly fun.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it when it ended.
Yeah, he was so disoriented when we got down. He couldn't even get out of the raft.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was. It took him a minute.
I might have forgot to breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, like the guy was like, "Dude, are you okay?" Like he was completely. You would have thought he drank a bottle of Jack Daniels.
But
on the way down.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And it was intense.
Yeah.
And it was weird going backwards. That's all I'm gonna say. So I do want to bring up something because it made me think about it. So again, Joanne's always telling me that I like to be in control. And,
he does.
I drive, but then I drive too fast and I make our car sick. And, so it's always a whole issue. But you remember the time we were in Georgia and you took me for a ride on a four-wheeler?
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, that was so fun.
Again, fun for her. So we go to her sister's house.
Yeah.
They live in Georgia and they live on what?
Like 10 acres.
10 acres.
Yeah.
And they have four-wheelers. They have the things you would have if you had land to use it. So I don't think you ever rode a motorcycle or a four-wheeler or anything like that.
I had ridden a motorcycle when I was in 3rd grade. I had one.
In 3rd grade?
Yes. I had a Kawasaki.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What were you, Pinky Tuscadero?
That's right.
Anyways,
but I hadn't ridden a four-wheeler before, so I had ridden and driven a motorcycle, but never a four-wheeler.
Well, as you guys get to know us, you're going to know Joanne's driving scares the crap out of me anyways. As well as most motorists on the roadway.
Not so much anymore.
No, you have your moments.
Well.
So, we go and, I don't know, they got the four-wheeler and like, hey, you want to go for a ride? I'm like, yeah, let's go for a ride.
Yeah.
And Joanne's like, I'm driving.
Yeah.
So, I had to ride bitch.
Yeah, he did.
Which, that's not fun right there. So, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, have you ever done this before? She's like, yeah. So, I get on the back of this four-wheeler. I don't even know if there's a seat for two.
No, I think there is. There always is on those. Yeah,
Didn't feel like
they're pretty big. I didn't feel like it because you were getting blown off the back because I was driving so fast.
Oh my God. So, I gotta paint the picture for you guys. So, they have a long, giant dirt road.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much sandy. So, it's dry. There was no rain, so it was kind of sandy. And sand kind of is a little slippery when you're riding through it.
Yeah.
So, she gets on this thing, and she's like, you ready? I'm like, yeah. She fucking floors it. And she's flooring it, and now she's starting to giggle and laugh.
I'm laughing hysterically, yeah.
She's literally laughing hysterically, like tears in her eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to panic on the
Because he
back
thinks
of
I'm going to hit a tree, because they live, there's woods.
Oh, down this dirt road. There's trees on both sides of this dirt road. So we're starting to slide and fishtail side to side. And my knees are sticking out because I'm on the back riding bitch. And we're sliding and she's going faster. I'm like, slow down. And she just keeps laughing and going faster and faster.
It was so fun.
And I was like holding on so tight.
Yeah.
And I truly like, holy shit.
He thought he was going to die that day.
I thought I was going to lose a leg. I thought a tree was going to grab my knee and rip my leg off.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think, how am I going to explain this to everybody when I get back to work? That I broke my leg or whatever. But yeah, so yeah. No.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Again, just like the water ride. She had a blast. I was terrified.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah, that was a good story to remember, yeah.
And I think she finally stopped because she was hyperventilating from laughing at me so much.
Well, I was laughing a lot. And,
You were laughing
and
your
he
ass
was
off.
having a heart attack, so I think I was having like mercy on him and letting...
Mercy and like gasping for air laughing at me.
It was a lot of fun. That was
fun.
good times. That was good times.
So anyways, so I did, just to kind of change the subject, we talk about music every once in a while.
Yep.
Do you know the Stones are releasing a brand new album?
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
They are actually they released a single from it.
Okay.
It's called Angry.
Okay.
And I've listened to it, and it sounds
good?
100%
Wow.
Rolling Stones.
Nice. Okay.
And it's amazing
Wow, it's
to
been
me.
a while since they put out an album, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
So, not that we're music aficionados or anything, but it's just like they're such an iconic band.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta preface, I really was never a huge fan of them. I would listen to the music when it came on the radio, and I liked their songs, but I never went out and bought their albums.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys have been doing it for 60
That's
years.
amazing.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And Mick Jagger and Keith Richards are both 80.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The other guitar player, Ron Wood, is 75.
Yeah, that's wild.
These guys, and they're going to go on tour.
Oh, if they come to Tampa,
Probably.
we'll have to go. Yeah.
We'll have to go, and
Yeah.
it's more one of those things where I think you got to go because like how many more chances are you going to get to
That's
see
right.
these guys?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they're 80, dancing around, jumping around.
Yeah.
Stage. I'm a little less than half their age. It takes me 20 minutes to get out of bed. So I just,
No, it's wild.
it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
So, there's a little music segment.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Yeah,
Bring
we'll
it
have to
up.
if they come around, we'll have to go.
Maybe we'll check that out.
Be a lot of fun.
I'm sure the prices will be insane. Because
Yeah, they will be. They will be.
They gotta pay their masseuses, their
Oh yeah.
their cooks,
Oh
and
yes.
all the Geritol that they gotta take
Oof.
probably.
Yeah.
to be up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Probably so.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on into segment 2, which typically is our game. You're a 10. They're a 10, but.
Yeah. And if this is getting old for you guys, just let us know. We're
Oh.
having fun doing it.
It's
so
not getting old, right, guys? Because I love it.
just jump.
So I've started the game instead of listening to Carl. So
Wow.
I spun a 2.
I have no say in this. I'm just along for the ride.
That's right. They're a 2, but they're a professional artist who makes you custom paintings. Well, my thoughts are I'm an artist. I could probably do my own paintings.
Right. Probably better.
So I would, but it's nice. It's nice. I can say, hey, so-and-so, I'd like a painting of blah-de-blah. So I think that does bring some value.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bump you from a 2 to a 5.
Yeah, so I'd make them do a picture of me with a Viking hat and a guitar in my hand.
Okay,
And,
sure.
just for the giggles of it, and I'll make them a 3. They started as a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can pull that off and make me look good like that, then I give
You're
them a
only
3.
giving him a 3. Wow. He's not really giving him much value there.
I don't
but,
care about being custom
okay.
pictures.
All right, we'll go.
If they can help me paint my cars and work on my cars, then I'd make them a 9. Oh, am I going?
You are.
Up.
You okay over there?
No, apparently I'm taking too long. I'm gonna spin now.
Ooh, an 8.
All right, they're an 8.
Okay.
But
Yes.
they're an 8. But they leave you lying there after sex to go do something else.
Well, how do you feel about that?
Seems pretty normal to me.
I have ADHD. I can't help myself. I gotta go. I'm done. I gotta go to the next thing.
Yeah, alright, so they're an 8.
Yep. You better make them a 10. Because they're motivated.
Well, if that other thing, that something else, was to give me a back rub, oof, then maybe a 10.
Right.
Right?
Okay, I see. What if
So-
it was to go cook a nice meal?
Up 10.
Hey!
We're good.
All right. I spun a 5. They're a 5, but they love to post pictures of you on their social media. Okay, well, it's a little weird because it seems a little obsessive. It just is a little weird for me. A little weird.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would take that as a positive thing.
No.
So I think
That's
I'm gonna.
stalkery.
Yeah, it's stalkery. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna bump you down to a 3, and maybe even lower. But I'll give you a 3. What are you starting out as a 5? Yeah, I'll take you to a 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your phone away and then make you a 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's one thing if it's with your permission and they're great
Sure.
pictures.
Right.
But if they're just doing it nonstop, that's...
Yeah, it's weird.
I might even go to 1. That's just weird.
Yeah, it's
That's
weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Well,
Okay.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to be idolized like that. So maybe if someone would follow me around like a paparazzi, maybe I might like that.
Maybe you might like it.
So
yeah.
who knows? But nah,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a private person, so probably not.
Okay.
Gotta cut that out.
Oh my gosh, what was that? What was that for? I'm so confused. Will you spin already?
I just did, didn't I?
No, I was the one with the social media.
All right, so there are 5.
Okay.
But they volunteer at an old folks' home on the weekends, and it's all they talk about. Oof.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's all they talk about.
Yeah, the old folks' home.
So I love their generous heart.
Yeah.
I think that's just so wonderful. But they love their volunteer time with the older folks so much. That's all they talk about, and I can't have that. I can't. Brownie. Let's just They start as a 5. Let me give you some brownie points up to a 7 for your volunteer work.
Yes.
And then that's all you talk about. So I'm going to have to subtract. And put you down to a 4. So you're going from a 5 to a 4. That's not bad. You got your bonus points, and then I had to knock you down for your obsessive conversation.
I agree. I like the generosity side of it, but for God's sakes, talk about something else.
Right.
So maybe I'll go to 3. Is that what you did?
I went to a 4.
I'll go to 3.
Okay.
Because it annoys me more than her.
Everything annoys him. As you guys know, as you've
guys know
learned,
that.
if you've been listening to any of the podcasts, actually, our first podcast was, we talked about what did annoy us.
Yeah.
I keep going in the neutral zone. I I spun a 6, and it says, but they always smell like lavender. I like that. Lavender is a very relaxing scent. You can use lavender to help you fall asleep at night. So I find that perhaps they're a very comforting person. So I'll get you up to a 7.
There are 6, but they smell nice. So they smell like lavender. So I'll even say an 8.
Okay.
So
nice.
it's nice to have someone that
Nice.
smells nice.
Yeah.
Joanne has this. We talked about it. So the whole Fruit Loop thing.
Yeah.
If you put a Fruit Loop thing on, you're an automatic 10.
Thank you. I put some Fruit Loop on today.
It makes me hungry. Anyways, it's all about the food. So
Yes, Ben.
anyways.
Mr. Foodie.
More directions. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Got a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
They're a 1.
Sorry, Carl.
But. Ooh. Oh.
Oh, what do we got?
They're a 1, but they own a bakery and always smell like cookies.
Oh.
They're a 10.
Yeah. Carl just completely leveled them up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't get any better than that.
So for me, now it's my turn. They're a 1. They own a bakery and they always smell like cookies. So let me just pretend everything's gluten-free bakery.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I would say I'll take them from a 1 to a 4.
They're a 2, but you get butterflies every time you see their name pop up on your phone.
So that means you like them a lot.
Or you're scared to death.
Oof.
Like, oh shit, they're calling.
Right, so it could be nervous butterflies or it could be happy butterflies. So it's up to you to interpret that the way that you want.
So if they're a 2, it's nervous butterflies.
Okay.
Like, oh shit, I gotta look at them again.
Okay. So what's your number?
I'm gonna make them a 1.
Okay.
Because if it affects me like that, there's something going on. So.
Okay, so I'll go, just for fun, I'll go in the opposite direction and I'll say I get butterflies because for some reason there's this chemical reaction and I like them. I get excited.
Because they wear Fruit Loop lotion.
Sure. And I get excited knowing that they're, texting me or something like that. So if that happens, then I'm going to bump them up to a 5.
Wow.
Yeah, if it's an excitement thing, yeah, go up to a 5. Yours isn't excitement. Yours is more anxiety driven. So yours is less.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There are 6.
Uh-oh.
All right, this is going to hit hard, people.
Uh-oh.
But they hate
Pull your car.
Halloween and they refuse to dress up.
Oh boy.
All right, now. Carl, I'm going to let you score it first because I already know where Carl's going.
Well, all right, so there are 6.
Yeah.
I love Halloween. I absolutely love Halloween. It's probably because of the candy. Because you get free candy.
And
on
he likes
Halloween.
scary movies.
And I love scary movies. I kind of like everything about Halloween. I like to dress up. I like looking at, like when our kids were little, they would dress up.
Yeah.
I remember the excitement when I was a kid of
Yeah.
dressing up. So I like Halloween. So that would be truly a negative for me.
Yeah.
That they hate Halloween
Mhm.
and they refuse to dress up.
Mhm.
They're refusing to dress up. Okay, we're adults, I get that. But if they hate Halloween, then they're not going to watch scary movies with me.
Mhm.
They're not going to indulge in all the other stuff that goes along with it. So there are 6. Let's make them 4.
Okay, so he goes from 6 to 4. So my feelings about somebody who they're starting as a 6, but they don't like Halloween and they refuse to dress up. Okay, I think I'm okay that you don't like Halloween, but because that's your personal preference. But the refusal to dress up, and I guess they have to come together because you can't. I mean, obviously you're not going to dress up if you don't like Halloween, but dressing up to me is the best part. I still
Besides
dress
the
up.
candy.
Well, I still dress up.
Yes, even
I
when
love
it's not
the
Halloween.
I love the dressing up. I do. Yeah. It's
Yes, she
fun.
does. Yeah.
So to me, you gotta be adventurous enough to dress up.
So what do you score 'em?
Yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna take you to a 4. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh. I thought that was mine.
I don't remember.
It was mine. I just scored a 10 though, so let's go with it. They're a 10, but they refer to everything as a vibe.
Oh.
Okay. So everything's a vibe. Yeah, oh yeah. You're eating pizza, oh that's such a vibe. You're reading a book, oh that's such a vibe.
What does that mean?
It's like a thing, it's like an aesthetic, how me and Amanda say like cottagecore, or something core. It's vibe would have been,
So use an example. We're eating pizza. What's the vibe?
oh you're eating pizza, and I'd be like, man that is such a vibe. Like you're just
Just
saying
they would
it.
just say the word vibe
Yeah.
constantly?
Yes.
So they're hippie. They're a holdover
Maybe.
from the 60s.
There's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it would get old. So they're 10 now. So, well, I have some troubleshooting to do in our studio.
Yeah, we had a curtain wardrobe malfunction or curtain malfunction.
They're a 10. So they're just a knockout. They're the perfect human. So we gotta start there.
Okay.
But then everything's a vibe. They're a 10.
So they're Tommy Chong.
I think I'm only taking them down to an 8 for that. I could make them shut up.
Oh. There's a vibe right there.
Keeping things positive.
Yeah, so I just immediately think of Tommy Chong, with the vibe.
Okay.
Peace,
so
man.
What's your score?
Jesus, I don't know. So I don't want to think about Tommy Chong being a 10, so let's change that around. I'm trying to think of a female that would be like that. Nobody comes to mind.
They're gorgeous.
Well, if they're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
I can't go up, so I'll make them a 9.
Okay. Hey.
It doesn't bother me that
nicer
much.
to her than I was my guy.
They're a 1, but they went to Harvard.
Okay. I'm going to let you talk because I know how it makes me feel. So.
Well, if they're a 1, that explains why they went to Harvard.
Ooh.
Just kidding. So this is my mental picture. When someone that goes to Harvard, all you're going to listen to is how they went to Harvard and they went to the best school. And blah,
Like
blah,
he
blah.
knows.
Yeah,
Like he knows.
yeah, because that's kind of how I grew up with all my Harvard friends. And that would get old after a while. So they went to Harvard and they're a 1. So I don't care. I can't go down.
Right.
Because Joanne won't let me.
Right.
And so I'm going to say they're a 2. I would leave them as a 1 because
okay.
Harvard doesn't impress me that they went there.
Okay.
Unless I had a business that I needed that. And I
Okay,
don't.
now, it's my turn now.
No, it's not.
It is.
Okay.
So, they're 1. They went to Harvard. I don't really care about the school per se. I don't, that doesn't matter to me. But I do put value on intellect. And so I'm thinking, they went to Harvard, they're smart, and they probably could have really great conversations. So I'm going to level them up to a 4.
That's because you secretly want a sugar daddy.
If I wanted a sugar daddy, I could have one, like, real quick.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, wow, that's why our curtain falls down, because we're so loaded with sugar over here.
Oh my gosh. All right, cut this shit out. I totally forgot what we did. So you went to a 4 because they went to Harvard?
Yeah. And again, Harvard doesn't matter. It could be any, college, any decent college would be great.
Yeah.
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 I find value in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you go and that'll be our last one.
All right. You got a lot of editing to do.
Yes.
They're a 10, but...
Oh, I'm dying. Did you see that, you guys? Did you hear that?
Oh.
Okay, they're a 10, but...
They're a 10.
Yes.
But
yes.
they gave you an STD.
Oh, no. You just went down to a 1 for me.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
too easy.
Yeah.
You're a
Oof,
walking
that's tough.
biohazard, so.
It's tough. All right, so Amanda is out of town, actually. Excitingly, her and Nick are in Cyprus, Greece, which is really very exciting. So she's not here today to give us our prompts for improv that we know you guys love so much.
I think today we're struggling with our improvs topics and actually doing them. So we're going to skip the improv today.
Yeah, we're going to skip the improv today.
Yeah,
We don't even have to say it. We can just end it.
And wait, what's that sound? I hear applause. They're all applauding that we're skipping the improv. So let us know if you guys like it or if it's just falling flat.
Friends, we are so glad that you have joined us today. We hope you enjoyed it. Get involved. Let us know if you want to know anything about us. If you want us to touch on any particular, stories from our past or just anything. Just, if you have prompts for improv, anything, let us know. Get involved.
We'd love to interact. We appreciate you guys listening.
Yep.
Time for bloopers.
And
Whew. All right.
okay.
We started off with a bang, but it's lately been kind of hard.
Started off with a bang. Lately, it's been hard. That was the best improv we've had.
And scene. Yep.
Okay, maybe we just wrap it up.